Welcome to the Badass Babe Oracle podcast. The vibe here is how to manifest in a simple and fun way without the bullshit, overcomplicated methods or fluff, the energetics of activating your abundance frequency and soul purpose alignment. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, your spiritual manifestation coach, and together we're going to uncover the truth of who the fuck you are to open yourself the F up to actually receiving the abundance, success, and money to easily flow into your life or business. All of your desires begin with you. You are the oracle. I'll see you inside. Hello, my beautiful badass babe. Welcome to the Badass Babe Oracle podcast. I am so excited that you are here. I'm going to walk you through how to manifest your next $1,000 or more in 33 days over the next 3 days together. So it's super, super important that you go day by day. Please don't skip a day. Please don't move forward if you're just coming in here. Allow yourself to go day 1, day 2, day 3. And if you're new into my world, into my energy, I'm Kelly. I'm a manifestation coach, and I don't teach you fluff or bullshit manifestation methods that you see all over TikTok, all over social media. I have been on this journey for over 10 plus years. I've tried it all. I've invested in all the courses, all of the programs. I know what works and what doesn't work. And I have become an expert in simplifying money and abundance manifestation through the fusion of science-backed techniques, quantum physics, and laws of the universe. This is what sets me apart as a manifestation coach and why I really get it. So today we're diving into creating new money-making neural pathways, and I'm going to teach you what neural pathways are, why they are so important, and how to start creating a new money-making neural pathway today. All right, so if you are new here, neural pathways are pathways in our brain which are ingrained to a belief. This belief has stemmed from a thought that you've been thinking on repeat over and over and over and over again. This limiting belief stemmed from a limiting decision that you made from the ages of 0 to 7, where something negative happened that had such a profound impact on you, where in that moment you made a limiting decision, which turned into a limiting belief. We have thoughts, habits, patterns from this limiting belief, how we are thinking, how we are moving, being, operating. That's what's been ingrained in your neural pathways. Your neural pathways are connected to your reticular activating system, right? And your reticular activating system then shows you in your external reality what is going on. It's showing you your current experience, your current reality. And so if we have neural pathways that are attuned to scarcity, that are attuned to struggle, that are attuned to lack, guess what your reticular activating system is going to show you in your conscious state, in your external reality. It's going to show you more experiences where you are struggling, where you are in lack, where you are feeling disappointed again by money, where you're feeling frustrated with money, where you're feeling like, where are the sales? Where are the clients? Why am I not getting this job? Why is this happening for other people and it's not happening for me? What is going on? Why is this so hard? Maybe I'm not worthy of abundance. Maybe I'm truly not worthy of making big money and experiencing big magic in this lifetime, right? So if you're having any of those thoughts, any of those feelings, I'm holding space for you. I'm honoring you. Know that that's coming from neural pathways that you have right now that are ingrained to lack. All right. And so what's really, really important today, and this is a really important shift that's going to yield money-making ideas for you today, is to acknowledge, I may have neural pathways that are stuck in scarcity. I may have neural pathways that are ingrained to lack. Right? And that's what I keep seeing. And when I have these neural pathways ingrained to lack, what's happening is I always feel like there's a problem. I always feel like what I'm doing isn't enough, that I'm not showing up enough, that I'm not being enough, that I'm then not making enough money. And all of this happens from the neural pathway going on behind the scenes, which is creating your external reality. So if you feel like I feel stuck in this same external circumstance happening again and again and again, and I feel like the second I start to make some money, the second I start to see some abundance in my external reality, it just goes away. It just poof, vanishes. And I feel myself getting back, stuck into this cycle, stuck repeating the same external circumstance again and again and again. The reason why that's happening is because you are in a pattern. The pattern is your neural pathways ingrained to lack, and it's bringing you back to lack. How can you get out of a neural pathway ingrained to lack and start to come into creating a new money-making neural pathway? You get to pattern interrupt. You get to do something different, okay? And so what I'm sharing today, it's going to sound simple, and reminder that power lies in simplicity. And I want it to be simple for you because this is how we can make really big shifts, and this is how we yield results. I don't teach manifestation in a way that's hard. I don't teach manifestation techniques in a way that feels heavy in your system, because otherwise we're not going to do them. Right? It gets to be simple and it gets to be fun. All right. So when I say pattern interrupt, that means get out of this holding pattern, this pattern that's keeping you in the same loop, experiencing the same external circumstances again and again and again and again. This is a very important shift that's going to yield money-making ideas for you. And I'm going to ask you, I've asked this before, so if it sounds familiar to you, great. What is the very first thing that you do in the morning the second you wake up? What's the very first thing? 86% of people go on their phone immediately, either scrolling on social media, going in their emails, checking their calendar, reading their texts, going over all of these things that they have to do that day, that you have to get done that day. And when we do that, the moment we wake up, guess what happens? We enter into a problem-oriented mindset. We enter into this mindset of, I have to do this. There's not enough time in the day. How am I going to get this done? How am I going to do all of these things? And when we are in a problem-oriented mindset, we can't create from there. We can't receive money-making ideas from there. Right? Because we are in this state of resistance. We are in this state of, I don't feel enough. Nothing is working out for me. Life is so hard. I am constantly struggling and I feel like I can't get my head above water. So what you get to do is pattern interrupt that pattern, because what is going on behind the scenes is your neural pathways are looking for you to come back to that pathway of lack, that pathway of scarcity, that pathway of struggle, because it's familiar to you. Your subconscious wants to take the path of least resistance because that neural pathway is ingrained to lack, scarcity, and struggle. That's familiar to you. So your subconscious wants to bring you back on that well-traveled pathway. Right? So to pattern interrupt, let's create a new neural pathway. Let's get off of that well-known traveled path, that familiar path, to break that habit, to break that cycle, to create new results, to create a new reality for you. And so the way that I explain neural pathways is, think of you're on a hiking trail. Right? You've been hiking this trail for 15, 20, 25, 45 years. It's your favorite trail. You're just hiking. It's all you know. It's what's familiar to you. You can hike this trail with your eyes closed. You can do it in your sleep. That's how well you know it. Right? So when you are learning to hike a different trail, to create a different pathway, what's going to happen is that there's going to be boulders. There's going to be really tall grasses in the way. There's going to be shit in the way. And so when you are creating a new pathway, when you're hiking a new path, you're going to stumble upon these boulders. You're going to stumble upon these rocks. And when you do, this is an awareness check. You get to tune into, do I want to see that boulder and be like, oh God, this just feels so hard, so heavy to move out of the way. Let me just go back to the other well-known familiar path to me and just keep traveling the same path, experiencing the same external circumstances over and over and over again, because that's what I'm familiar with. That's what's comfortable to me. Or in that moment, do you want to make a choice that you can become aware of old familiar thoughts, old familiar beliefs, see them, honor them, and then decide to move that boulder out of the way and move beyond it, to keep going? Because when you make that decision is when you're going to travel this new pathway, and it's going to become your new normal. It's going to become more and more familiar to you, right? And this is a new pathway of money-making ideas. This is a new pathway of abundance. This is a new pathway of everything is working out for me. I am on the inevitable path. I am certain that my desires, my manifestations are coming my way. That's the pathway that you get to create and travel on. So going back to what is the very first thing that you do in the morning? Become aware. Become aware, and then decide that you get to do something different. Decide that you don't want to go back to these old familiar habits and patterns because it's yielding the same results. And like I said, you cannot create money-making ideas from a problem-oriented mindset. And this is really, really, really important to highlight. You cannot create abundance from a state of lack. It defies universal laws. I know that you're here right now to manifest $1,000 or more within the next 33 days or less. So we want to get out of a state of lack. We want to get out of that state of scarcity, of struggle. And we want to enter into opening up unexpected financial windfalls and new streams of income and new streams of revenue. That's what we're here for. So this is what you get to do instead. The moment you wake up, you get to think about, instead of what do I need to get done today? What do I have to do today? You get to enter into what would make me feel good. What do I get to do today to feel fucking good? Let it be so simple. Let it be so easy. Ooh, maybe I'm going to wake up 5 minutes early, or I woke up 3 minutes before my alarm went off. I'm going to go in the kitchen, sip my coffee or tea by myself without my kids in silence. Yeah, that's going to feel really fucking good, right? Maybe I'm going to read 3 pages of this book that I bought a year ago and I forgot about. That's going to make me feel good. Maybe I'm going to drive to this new coffee shop or this new acai bowl place that just opened and treat myself to a nice cappuccino or a smoothie or whatever it may be. Yeah, that's going to make me fucking feel good. Maybe I get to drive in my car by myself and jam out to my favorite song of the moment. Yeah, that's going to make me really effing feel good. Whatever it is, I could come up with a million different examples. Whatever it is, I'm showing you that it gets to be so simple. When you wake up, decide to feel good. That's when you shift out of that problem-oriented mindset of I need to get this done. This has to happen. There's not enough time in the day. I'm not enough, right? That's when you shift out of the problem-oriented mindset. You decide to feel good, and then you're slowly but surely creating those new money-making neural pathways, taking that new pathway, and what's happening is you're shifting into a solution-oriented mindset. When you're into a solution-oriented mindset, you have left the state of resistance and you're now into a state of allowing because you're open and receptive. When you are open and receptive in a solution-oriented mindset, guess what's going to come your way? Guess what your reticular activating system is going to show you? New money-making ideas, new ways to make money. And all of a sudden, you'll start to see money coming your way in unexpected ways. You'll start to see money just popping up out of seemingly nowhere. You'll start to receive more and more opportunities. You'll start to receive more and more ideas of, this is how I can make more money in my job. This is how I can make more money in my business. Holy shit, I never even thought of that. Those ideas, those new money-making ideas were always there. We were just closed off to them because we were on the lack neural pathway, and your reticular activating system was showing you more lack in your life, right? Now that you're deciding to wake up and feel good, this is how you're creating new neural pathways. Your reticular activating system is going to show you in your external reality, oh, whoa, there it is. There's the money. There's the abundance. There's the opportunities. There's the creative ideas. This is my next soul-aligned action step. This is the how. Here it is. And I know that so many of us, so many of you are seeking clarity. We cannot receive clarity from a problem-oriented mindset. You get to receive these new money-making ideas. You get to receive unexpected money flying into your reality simply by pattern interrupting, getting off that old familiar neural pathway and creating a new neural pathway for yourself. Your reticular activating system will show you everything that you've been desiring. It feels magical. And it feels like, holy fuck, this is what I've been seeking. This is it. And this is where you're going to begin to see, I truly am the creator of my reality. I've heard people talk about this before. Kelly, I've heard you talk about this before. This is where you begin to see that, because you see that you are at choice and you are in control. All right. And so what we're going to do is play a really fun game. And this is going to appear, your reticular activating system is going to show you this within the next 24 to 72 hours. We're going to play a game, and I'm going to do something that's so simple because I know that you have no resistance to this. I know that you have no limiting beliefs, stories, habits, patterns around this. All right. So here's the game. What I invite you to do is think of a yellow Jeep. Just think of a yellow Jeep, and you can say out loud or think to yourself the thought of yellow Jeep, yellow Jeep, yellow Jeep. A yellow Jeep. And so because you're thinking that thought, what's happening is you are creating a neural pathway of that thought of a yellow Jeep. And in 24 to 48 hours, your reticular activating system is going to show you in your external reality a yellow Jeep. And it's going to happen within the next 24 to 48, 72 hours because you have absolutely no resistance to it. Okay. And as soon as you see a yellow Jeep, this could be on your phone. This could be on TV. This could be as you're driving. This could be on like a billboard or whatever they're called. The moment you see a yellow Jeep, DM me on Instagram and tell me that you saw it. And when you do, right there in that moment, you're going to be like, holy fuck, I thought about the yellow Jeep. I created a new neural pathway. My reticular activating system showed me the yellow Jeep. It really is this easy. It really is this simple, right? And so the more that you start to create new neural pathways where there's no resistance around money, the more that you're going to see more and more money and abundance in your external reality from your reticular activating system. And then you're going to be like, holy shit, creating more money, more abundance really is this easy. And it becomes more and more normal and more natural to you. So again, we're going to play this fun little game to just tie in the lessons of creating a new money-making neural pathway today for day one. The moment you see a yellow Jeep, DM me on Instagram and we can celebrate you. All right, my love, this completes day one. Stay tuned for day two. Come back here for day two tomorrow, where I'm going into Newtonian physics, why you've never heard of this and why it matters. So I'll see you tomorrow for day two. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for tuning into the episode. Be sure to tag me on Instagram at @the_badassbabe with your takeaways so I can celebrate you. And as my gift for you, please subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, and I'll send you my exclusive Awaken Abundance meditation. I'll see you in the next episode.